Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Atlanta. Good evening, world. Welcome to the show, Get It Off Your Chest, the podcast. Before I go any further, always got to make sure we thank the Most High. You know, first and foremost, we thank the Most High. Hope everybody did in the morning, but we're doing it now. Now, before we get into what I'm going to get off my chest, I want to talk about last week, because we're going to get into format this week. We're going to get into format. Anything and everything that tried to get me off of my goal last week to go live and inform everyone, it happened. I ain't gonna go into details, but I'm speaking on this because for whoever's out there that's in line and you got your purpose, even when you think you're done with trials and tribulations, it can happen right at showtime. Now, my showtime is showtime because we're in the camera and everything, but your showtime can be cooking. It could be writing a book. It could be whatever it is. But just understand you're not always in the clip because everything happened to me the day of. So, got that out of the way. Just want to let you know why we wasn't on format last week. We're going to be on format this week. All right. Got my guest coming in, Mr. Chuck Hardon, businessman extraordinaire, motivational speaker extraordinaire, and financial guru extraordinaire. So we're going to talk about some money. Everybody like to talk about money. So we're going to talk about some money today. So for me, man, we got my number one engineer in the world back there, on the boards. Ali, the man Prince Ali, PXL Studio. That's what we're doing. That's how we rock it and everything. So, what I want to get on my chest, also to let y'all know, I came prepared too. I got my towel because last week them lights was on my ass. You hear me? But look at it, man. So I want to talk about how some people out here in this country that we live in playing with money. There's some people out here really playing with money. And also, it's people out here that think that same money will save their life. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into that topic, which, both of those. So I'm going to start off with people playing with money. Now, when I say playing with money, don't get me wrong. I know people have been buying stuff for years and years that's astronomical and don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? But for this, I want y'all to, follow me and check me out. So there's a baseball card. Let me make sure I give y'all the right name. Honus Wagner baseball card that just sold for $7.25 million on Monday, just passed, right? Now, again, I'm not saying whoever purchased this card need to, be responsible for whatever, as far as you don't have that kind of money and can't live that kind of life. But you playing with money when you can buy a baseball card for $7.25 million. Now, here's my whole, I don't want to say issue with it, but this is what is confusing. You can have people in this country that can purchase a car like that, but then ride down the street and there's somebody that's hungry. Like, I know it's homeless people out here that's scamming and scheming and everything like that, but there's some people out here that's really hungry, that really want food. So I was just thinking about it, like, how is it in this country that we live in that somebody can play with money like that? Because that baseball card, like I said, it was sold Monday for $7.25 million. Now, I got another kicker for you. For all you sports heads, Mickey Mantle. If you're not a sports head, maybe you heard of Mickey Mantle, old Yankee guy. Now, his baseball card is already at $4.25 million. That was on Tuesday of this week. Now, the auction for his card, it doesn't stop until August the 27th. So just imagine how much more. They already talking about it's going to exceed $10 million. And we're talking about for a baseball card, right, ladies and gentlemen? A baseball card that's going for over $10 million. Because Mickey Mantle baseball card is going to go for over $10 million. If it's at 4.2 now, and the auction don't stop until the end of August, we say August 27th, it's going to pass $10 million. But at the same time, I can't help but just be like, yo, it's people out here that they're really hungry, man. Like, they really just want something to eat, I mean, I do my part. I can't save everybody, though, But it's just, that's just crazy. To me, it's just crazy that people can play with that kind of money, but we still got people that's literally hungry right here in this country, right here in this city. I pass by them every day, I do what I can to, feed them and whatnot. But that's part of what I want to speak of. Now, uh, the homelessness it's out of hand in just about every state in this country. Now, for Georgia, we got there's 10.5 million people right here in Georgia. All right, 10.5 million people in Georgia. The homelessness is 10,200 some people that's homeless. Now, for me, I think that I guess I have to give back because of what I've done in my past. I took so much. I took a lot from people. I took a lot from society. You know, I was not a good character kind of person back in the day because I was chasing the wrong dream. I mean, it is what it is. We family here, man. I'm gonna give y'all the real. I'm gonna tell you who I am. I'm gonna tell you what I'm about, and that's why part of this is why I have to do it because of what I used to do. So I recognize, certain things about myself, and I talked to God, and He told me, you got to give back. You have to. There's ain't no way to look at it. So that's why I do what I do. And when I try to feed them, I mean, if I go get me something to eat, I try to get you can even if you don't eat it, if you don't eat Kentucky, man, just get a little 2-piece or 3-piece and just drop it off to them because you see them at the on the expressways at the exits. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them out there hungry. You can tell who trying to get over and who really hungry. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lot of people that's homeless right here in Georgia, man. 10,000 people, man. When we got folks buying baseball cards that's been the past $10 million. You know, so I don't know. Everybody might not feel that, and that's cool. We all got our own thing going. You know what I'm saying? But for me and what I've done, I have to, speak on it. It be kids. I see kids out there, young folks out there, man. Trying to figure it out, and it could be heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like if it is heartbreaking to some of y'all, just do a little something to feed them. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel better about yourself. But on another thing about money, we're gonna talk about this whole situation, with this Deshaun Jackson. Now, I'm not gonna get into what he did. I'm not sure what he did, because we've seen this situation before with other people in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That like to get massages and want to get a little extra on the massage. You know what I'm saying? Your own up there for the Patriots. You heard about it briefly and then it went away. Now our man here, Mr. Watson, he got a little situation where the NFL they want to hit him up for what we say 8 million, right? 8 million. $8 million. Now, he got a contract that's about to be what 230, fully guaranteed. Some people might think, well, that's a drop in the bucket. It all depends. It all depends on how you look at it. Because the other side of it is Mr. Ross, who owns the Miami Dolphins, along with a lot of other stuff. They say he also owns mostly half of those tall buildings on the west side up there in Manhattan. So we're talking about somebody that's got a grip on the banking financial, institute. So he got in trouble with the NFL because of basically cheating. He trying to get Tom Brady at the time, to come play for the Dolphins, and he wanted to give him a stake of the Dolphins after he retired. Right? Sound like a good deal. That's fine. Everything. Problem is, Tom Brady was still playing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's tampering. You cheating. You understand what I'm saying? Now, all of this stems from the Brian Flores investigation. If some of y'all remember, the brother who's the head coach for the Dolphins, he told us that Mr. Ross wanted him to forego some games and things like that. And Brian was like, "No, man, I ain't doing that." And I don't blame him. Why should he? You forego games, and next thing you know, when you try to go get a job as another head coach, your resume stink because of what this man wanted you to do. A lot of people didn't buy it, but now that this investigation is over with, they understand he was telling the truth. So, Mr. Ross' net worth is $7.4 billion. All right, with a B, $7.4 billion, and this was as of 2020. Okay. Now, they only finding him $1.5 million. So that's the disparity, you know what I'm saying, of what I see.
Oh,
come on in. We got our guest. My guy, y'all. Have a seat, champ.
How are you, sir?
How you doing, man?
Better than amazing.
All right, y'all. This is the one and only Mr. Chuck Hardon, businessman extraordinaire.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Motivational speaker extraordinaire and financial literacy extraordinaire. You know, I was telling people, you know, I'm talking about a little money. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, of course.
So what it was here in Georgia, it's based on money and homeless. Like here in Georgia, there's 10 million people in Georgia, right? But you got 10,000 homeless folks. You know what I'm saying? So my point was how people playing with money in this country and in the state, and how some people are really hungry. You know what I'm saying? At the same time,
right?
You know, for me, it's just crazy. And I remember Tupac spoke on this long time ago, how somebody can just have astronomical amount of money. That's not our issue. You know what I'm saying? It's just that this country that we live in, how could somebody have all that kind of money, but right down the street, somebody literally hungry? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was, you know, talking to the people about, like, Mr. Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? Also, we were talking about him and this money that he has, right? So he got this deal with the NFL 230, right? Fully guaranteed. A lot of money,
That's
right?
a lot.
Okay.
That's a lot.
So I want to get your take on this. Now, $230 million. He got in this trouble. You know, we ain't talking about the trouble. We're just talking about the finance part, right? Yeah.
Right.
Now, he didn't get in no trouble about it, but the NFL wants to fine him $8 million, right? Now, Mr. Ross, who's the owner of the Miami Dolphins, along with a lot of other stuff. I know he was telling me he owned like a bunch of the tall buildings in Manhattan on the west side up there. So his net worth is like $7.4 billion. And that was as of 2020. The NFL is only fining him $1.5 million. So I was saying some people might think that the $8 million are dropping the bucket to the 230, but for me, Mr. Watson gonna feel that 8 more than Mr. Ross will feel that 1.5. You know, which thing?
They definitely gonna feel it.
Both of them gonna feel it.
Both of them gonna feel it. You know, like we can say he got 230 million, but honestly, he ain't getting all that.
Yeah.
Right. Taxes gonna take, you know, a third of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's certain ways that, you know, we look at people to get those kind of. They give us the big number.
Yeah.
You got to get 20% to the agent, 20% to the manager.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You start taking 20% out of that, the thing starts dwindling down real quick.
True that.
You know, you know, when Diddy go say, I got to get $8 million to the NFL, hold on. Now, I'm already shot down.
Yeah.
So he
gonna feel it. Okay.
Yeah, he gonna feel it, and he probably have a lot more people to take care of.
That's true too.
Than on like don't mind me, his class of people.
Everybody good.
Are good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where he's the one that's trying to take care of everybody a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, which is challenging, but that's what they're gonna look to. He gotta stretch that.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He gotta stretch that, you know.
So that's kind of like what, you know, I want to get off my chest. I just felt like it's just, to me, it's just crazy that, you know, people playing with money and some people feel like that same money can save them. Like when I was telling them earlier, there's some folks out here playing with money to the aspect of there's a baseball card, right? Honus Wagner. It's a baseball card from 1954, I think it was. And it just sold for $7.25 million on Monday. Baseball card. Now, Mickey Mantle baseball card is auctioning right now. It ends August the 27th. It was at $4.2 million on Monday. So they talking about it's going to surpass $10 million easy.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, you know, that's a lot of money to be playing with. You playing with money. You know what I'm saying? Buying baseball cards. Now, like I say, I'm not saying that it's their responsibility to take care of homeless or nothing like that. I'm just speaking on, it's just crazy that in this country we live in, that on one hand, You got people that can do that. Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, you really got some folks that are really hungry, really want something to eat.
Really want something, really need something.
Really need something to eat.
You know
what I'm saying?
And
have-nots is why.
Our country always been kind of segregated out. You know what I mean?
True.
Especially when it comes to finance.
True.
You know, so it's not even necessarily a race thing. It's a class thing, right?
Say that again.
So it's not it's you got the upper class, right? Mm-hmm. You got the lower class, and then you got the middle class.
Right on.
Now, when we were growing up, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to this man since I was like 7 years old.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Paulie West, man.
All the way back, you know what I'm saying? He was the best dude on the baseball team. Him and Sage.
Yeah. What's up, Saint? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were the best dudes on the baseball team.
Right on, man.
So, you know, when we were growing up, there was a distinct middle class.
Yeah.
And most people fell in the middle class.
Right.
But now, as time has gone on, that middle class got smaller and smaller and smaller.
Okay.
So it's really either you over here.
Yeah.
Or you over here, that middle class real small.
Okay.
You know, so
makes sense.
When people say homeless, I mean, most people we know maybe 2-3 paychecks from home.
You're right. So let me be specific. I mean, on the streets already homeless. Yeah. Because you're absolutely right. There's people out here check to check, and one check can make them homeless.
One check can make a big difference.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
I know Michael Jordan was doing an interview, and somebody said they saw Michael Jordan and he was giving somebody, one people was walking with, gave a homeless man $1 or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. Michael Jordan baller, he was still playing at the time.
Okay, all right.
So he was still very well off.
Yeah,
and Mike said, man, don't get that man no $1. And he was like, well, why not? He was like, man, the same way he asked you, can I have $1? He can say, can I take your order?
Yeah.
Same way he said, can you have $1? He can say, can I take your order?
Yeah.
Right?
In the same breath.
The same breath.
Yeah.
So some of those things.
Yeah.
We got to look at all the choices that people made, and then of course we got to go pay for that.
Yeah.
So it's that fine balance of, I have 2 daughters, love them.
Absolutely.
Jobs, right?
Yeah.
One of them is definitely more on the mindset of a go-getter. The other one is like a real helpful person. She just want to help everybody.
Okay.
Just like she just got a sweet, kind heart, like it's genuine.
Right on.
And I'm like, man, that's so sweet of you. Like I got to keep some spare dollars in my other pocket.
Right on.
Especially if we walking downtown, I can't pull out the other side in front of her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got this little quick. Yeah, here we go. Cause she gonna say it. Yeah,
right.
can we give him? Yep, sure can.
Right.
Yep, sure can. Yeah, we can because we're blessed.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, thinking like, how did you get right here, bro?
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't a choice that you made. This wasn't like I can't wait to grow up so I can live off peace.
Right.
Right. This one you thought your mindset.
Yeah.
So things. What has happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So sometimes just maybe sit down and get those conversations from would be like mine.
Yeah.
Like, how you get right here, man? Like, this couldn't have been the plan.
And that's true, man.
And if you still here, ain't nobody here. Like, why ain't nobody helping you? You don't got no cousin, family, brother, mama, sister.
Nobody.
Nobody?
Yeah.
So what is happening in your relationships with some people, even a friend?
Mm-hmm.
Friend from school. We
went
to
man.
School together.
Yeah.
A friend from school, see you down.
Had to see you, because I've
hey,
seen others, you know what I'm saying?
I hate to see you like this, right, man.
And we make so boom, boom,
let me give a little something, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ask what you're going to do with it.
Right.
I'm not going to ask, hey, look, man, whatever you need to make your life right now.
Yeah, I got you. Because of the past, and we just, rock like that. Yeah.
So, ain't nobody helping you like that? Mm-hmm. So what has actually happened in life? This put you right here.
Right on.
And have you evaluated that?
Mm-hmm.
Because me giving you more might not necessarily fix the problem. Matter of fact, that might have been the problem.
Yeah.
Because some people, you keep giving, and now you're depending on me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you do a little well, you got family members and people that will just keep calling because they think you got it. So, but I'm working
abundantly.
And I got to give it to you.
Abundantly to give, though.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like you got to have a way of my blessing you could be hurting you. Mm-hmm. Right. So one of the things you got to do, I can't bless you to the point that will allow you to bless yourself.
Yeah. Can't get in that way.
Yeah. You can't. You got to have some get up. You got to have some get up to make it happen.
But now you looking at me as your provider. Exactly. Ain't but one provider. I can't get in that way.
I can't.
He gonna chop my head off.
He gonna chop my head off.
You know what
he
I'm
might
saying?
be saying something to him right now, like, don't do
that. Yeah.
He can do it if you give him a chance.
Yes.
Give him a chance to struggle. Give him a chance to fight. Like the butterfly trying to get out the cocoon.
Right on.
If you cut that cocoon open too early,
right.
The butterfly will never fly.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt him. Don't even know it.
He needs that strength for the wings, for the blood to flow through the wings, so that he can fly.
Yeah.
Or else it's gonna be a big pretty thing laying on the ground. The bird gonna eat him as soon as he
Yeah.
So
you just shortcut.
We just shortcut.
Yeah. So, and I have to make sure I do that sometimes because I want to make sure that they eating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember one of the surgery centers I used to work at. They would buy us lunch on both surgery days, Mondays and Wednesdays. And at the end of, we get through with our surgeries, there'd be a lot of food left over.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take it all, bring it down there under the bridge over there by Garnett.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, they didn't put a bunch of rocks and boulders up there, so they can't really have camp up there. But they still find a way to,
they got a way to
do their thing. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But I've noticed when I was doing that then that they kind of was dependent on me then. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a gentleman. He was a pastor, I think he was, and he told me that's why I got that. You can't get in the way of God. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them basically ask for help to the person that they need to ask for help from, which is him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I had to stop just being that person to come down that all the time, because then I'm getting in the way.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
And then you might get a little attitude about, where you been, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't come last week. What's
man.
up?
Yeah, like you on now.
Like, dude, this is this is favor.
Yeah, man.
Like that. You know?
So that's why I was, talking about that, because of, my past of doing a lot of wrong stuff. I did a lot of taking, you know what I'm saying, from society, people, and everything like that. So I feel like I have to give back. So it was part of the show is that, and part of the reason why I feed the homeless when I get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because of all that I took. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I bring people on like this guy right here and who we had last week, to give back to society. Everybody got a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? I want to say what time we're going to start. We're going to go to Culture Corner too soon, and that's going to be talking about what's going on in the city. Some people might not know what's going on in the city, so I'm going to bring that to their attention.
Nice.
It's something that's, matter of fact, it's a whole little writers thing, so I'm going to talk to them about that.
Man, yeah. Gotta applaud the whole thing y'all doing, man. You and you guys.
I appreciate that, man.
Some big stuff, man.
You too, man, because you've been doing your thing for a while, man.
I've been blessed. That's why I like to give it back, but I notice the mentality. It's a mentality thing. It's not necessarily it's a mentality thing we're fighting against.
Yeah, man. It's all about that mindset.
It's about the mindset, and then kind of how we're programmed, even growing up. We were taught the best that they knew. Yeah. Right. That's what we were taught, the best that they can only teach us what they know. Yeah. And they gave us the best, but sometimes
a lot of they ain't have.
So how would they know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Man.
Like if we try to live in Buckhead, right? And we see them houses up there now running Buckhead, like these are nice. Yeah. How I'm gonna ask somebody still living here in the point?
Right. Nobody have a clue.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you did,
you'd be up there. Yeah, man. That's what we saw. Yeah.
That's what we saw.
Yeah, man.
Not knocking it. We had a great, livelihood coming up.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean,
but we were cheated a little bit.
Yeah.
We were cheated a little bit. No knowledge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And at least on that side of it, I mean, we got culture, we got friendships, we got, work ethic.
Yeah.
Which
we got hella work ethic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing sometimes I feel like we even take that. Like, so when me and the wife would, raise, it's like, we're trying to give them so much that we've taken away the things that we got. Because we don't want them to have to go through some of those things.
Yeah.
But that's part of growing up in life. Like, if I didn't go through those things, I wouldn't have this grind right now. If I didn't go to Tri-City, I wouldn't be able to stand up in these cold boardrooms like, you're not finna punk me, bro.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Like I guess we're gonna look eye to eye. We're gonna have a real conversation. I'm not gonna cuss, not gonna raise my voice or nothing. But you gonna know I'm a man. I'm gonna stand there with you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But that's I had to stand up for myself back then.
Yeah, man.
So it's those things, like those kind of lessons that we kind of take away, so we want to protect them so much. But sometimes those things they need to grow up.
And I know I can sit up here and say that I had to find that fine line with my children coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something about you want to cover them. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
You want to cover them. You want to make sure they're safe, but you got to let them bump their heads a little bit.
God, that's the hardest part about being a parent. It's like
it is,
to
man.
know that you finna have to experience.
Because you can see it coming.
Yeah, you gonna have to experience this for yourself. I can see that my lessons of telling you is not doing it. So I'm gonna have to just let you experience this.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be here to catch you.
Yeah, every time.
I ain't gonna let you fun be here to catch you. My parents taught me several
times. Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Several times they had to catch me, but they let me bump my head on stuff.
And that's all it's about. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure that people understand that. Now they know where we coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because you're right. we only was taught what they knew. You know what I'm saying? I remember my mom, blatantly telling me they wasn't taught savings and how to save and things like that. It was just you get your money and you spend it on what you need. You know what I'm saying? But
take care of your family.
Take care of your family.
Pay your bills.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It was just the norm. That was just the norm. It was almost like that's just what we here to do.
That's right.
You know
because that's all they knew.
That was
it. And think that was a good thing for them. Because the generation before might not have been able to do that.
No, they wouldn't.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the evolution has to continue. You know what I'm saying? We still have to continue like, y'all got us here. Now we got to take them here. Our kids got to take us here. We got to continue to evolve and grow. But that's it, man. Pay your bills. This was coming out of college. You had to get a job so you can pay your own bills.
Right.
It was not. You had to get a job so you can start to create wealth for your family. That was not the conversation.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So not knocking it, but it was just, that's all I knew.
Yeah, and that's why I say I feel like we cheated on that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we could be so much more further.
And it's not taught through school.
Hell no, it's not.
School don't teach that kind of stuff. They, and even now, I feel bad for teachers now. I'm like,
yeah, man.
I'm like, my goodness, I couldn't go in the world.
Yeah, they dealing with a lot now, man.
Yeah, they deal with a lot now.
I couldn't really see. I don't know. I guess because my kids came up before this generation, I'm just like, I would be driving myself crazy trying to make sure that they good in school.
In school.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, am I going to teach them myself? Not because of just the teachers, but with just so much everything that's going on.
Right.
So many distractions, so many dangerous issues that go on. It's hard for me to comprehend what they have to go through at school now than what me and you had to go through and my kids.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because my kids are grown. I think yours probably a little younger than mine.
Yep. I got 17 going on 30.
Yes,
and 13 going on 3.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I want to be a baby, the other one want to be wrong.
Right.
You know?
So it's like that's a lot to deal with. Because that's gonna play on your mental.
And what's funny though, because like my daughter wasn't maybe last year before, she was complaining that she had to do a paper, right? So I gotta do this 5-page paper. I can't believe this due, they just told us Monday and this due next Monday. Like that's not. I was like, whoa, hold on. Are you complaining about doing a paper when you have Google?
Right.
Are you complaining about doing a paper? We have a computer that will correct the spelling and the grammar.
Shoot.
And you complain? Have you ever heard of a card catalog?
Right. Card catalog. Yeah, boy, you went back then. Got to go through all the
Hope the book is there.
Boy, yeah, man.
Like hope the book is there.
What's the other thing that used to be on the microfilm?
Oh, I can't. Yeah,
and you had to watch it on the screen.
Right,
yeah, man.
Couldn't even take it home.
Right on, man. You had to get all your info right there in the library.
I'm
man.
like, I know you ain't complaining.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff, But you going through something. You know what I mean? Like our challenges are not their challenges, but they're going through something.
Yeah, they are, man.
Even having access to the internet, cell phones, social media, all the images is put in front of them. They go through stuff too.
Yeah, man.
You know, so I always try to remember that you ain't going through what I'm going through.
But you are going through something.
But you are going through something.
That's
so let me not just tell you, hush up, shut up, sit down.
Because it don't compare to what we went through. Right.
Just like we ain't have to deal with the, civil rights movements like the others.
Yeah.
Even though racism still exists, we have to deal with it on that level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they had to deal with it.
Yeah, man. That's a whole nother level.
That's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
So, it still happens, but that's still part of the growth too.
Yeah.
Going through that, getting through that kind of stuff.
That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's basically like what I want to tell the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Bleed into that. It's something that we definitely, got to do. I want to ask you too, matter of fact, if you can be able to come back, you know what I'm saying, talk to the people every now and then.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Because I know this is what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is it.
So yeah, that's basically how we're gonna do this, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? It's this podcast, like I said before, it's for me and it's for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We all here try to, get whatever on our chest to benefit not only ourselves but other people that's out there. It's a must that we give back. It ain't always giving back in money.
Right.
You can't take this knowledge with you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And the knowledge that, this brother have, that I have, my man, engineering, because of what we all been through and we still here, standing 10 toes, we got a lot to give back. I truly believe that we got a lot to give back. That's why I'm gonna be going to schools. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I feel like, you can't go talking to the youth if you ain't been through it.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because I remember people trying to talk to me. I could tell they ain't been through it, and I wasn't trying to hear nothing they were trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's funny how life come full circle. Because now I'm finna be that individual. Going into the school.
This thing though, you ain't gonna reach all of them.
Right.
If you get one or two.
Right on, man.
If you get one or two, it's worth the time and the conversation. Like I know, because I go speak at schools, you know what I'm saying? I talk about money, talk about finances.
Yeah.
And just talking about, because my thing is about empowerment, just you getting better.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and of course, Tri-City, that's my love, that's my mom. I would go when Dan Seals was the principal, because Dan knew me personally. He graduated with my brother 2 years before.
Yeah.
So we know each other.
Right on.
So they're like, I know exactly who you need to talk to.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And he have the right setting of people. Because my thing is, I'm not very good from taking you from here to here.
Okay.
I'm good at taking you from here to here.
Right on.
Right? I can't, so once the new principal came in, she was like, I know exactly who you need to talk to. And she called them all down. They need some help. These kids are bad. I was like, hold on a second. That's not necessarily my audience. Because I can't give a kid desire. You know what I mean? I like to take the ones in the AP classes. Let's show how you finna go ahead and get in college and make things happen. But the athletes already got something that they want to get done. Let me try to bring the next level out of you. I can't bring you from the bottom up to here. We just gonna get on each other's nerves.
Right.
They're gonna be tired of hearing me, and I'll be tired of looking at them.
What's real is real.
So let's not waste our time with them. But let me go over to the business class that y'all had, because I took the business class.
Right.
They have a better experience with my conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to know your audience when you're talking to them.
Right on. That's real.
Yeah, it's like, man, I can't be.
Y'all here?
These knuckleheads in here, I'm like, dude, y'all get on my nerves. I'm getting on y'all nerves.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah, man. But you stepped up to the plate, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I want to make sure I tell you now. Because I remember when I found you on Facebook, and you had hit me back. And I can't remember word for word, but it was basically an empowerment, like greeting. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, good to hear from you and everything. We're gonna make sure we excel and woo. And I was like, my man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the mindset.
That's right.
That's the mindset that we need to have 24/7. We don't have time to slack.
We don't.
Time is of the essence for real, man. I talk about time a lot. We don't have time to slack at all, people. Because no matter what, I don't care what you're doing. If you're doing something pertaining to a goal that you're trying to reach, or if you ain't doing nothing at all, time's still gonna tick. That day's still gonna come. God will. That day's still gonna come. Time's still gonna tick. So if you got something planned with a purpose, and you say, well, by this day, I want to be able to be here on whatever level that is for you. Time is going to tick regardless. So if you're taking care of your business and doing what you got to do, by the time that day get there, your goal can be set. Your goal can be met. It all depends on what you do. Because I ain't going to lie. What he just talked about, I was the kid that, you wasn't going to reach.
Right.
When I was younger. Because every time I got the progress report, y'all going to have to let me answer this. Hey. My second mama. I'm live right now. Yes. I'm on the air, yeah. So I will. You tell Kyrie, if you back from Africa, come on. I love you. All right. Yeah. So I had to take that, y'all.
Yeah. So when it comes, you be like,
yeah. That's my second mama right there.
1 second.
Yeah, that's my second mama right there.
Let me tell him I have to call you.
Heck yeah.
I can't just send the voicemail.
Yeah. Okay. But so yeah, when I was in school, I was in elementary. Every time I got that progress report, they checked that box off. Cause remember our progress report, they checked the boxes. You know what I'm saying? My box used time wisely. Always was checked off, and it was because I wasn't using my time wisely. I was, playing. I want to do this. I want to do that. But it dawned on me later on in life that little check box mean a whole lot. So you don't use your time wisely, you wasting your time. And you don't want to be a waste here. You don't want to drift here.
Right. No, you have no time to waste.
We ain't got it.
This is one of the best ones I heard. I only got 1 minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it, didn't seek it, didn't choose it. Yet it's up to me to use it, give accounts if I abuse it. I only have 1 minute, but eternity is in it.
Yo, man.
Sheesh.
Okay then.
Don't waste my time. Like,
don't waste my time,
don't waste
man.
My time, man.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Because with money, you can get a refund on some stuff.
Yeah.
You can't get a refund on time.
Yeah.
That's gone. So I invest. I'm very intentional with how I use my time.
Absolutely.
Like every moment.
Yeah.
And people feel like that can be constricting. Like I have a what I call an accomplishment list. That I write every night of things I need to get done the next day.
Right.
Right. And of course, sometimes my personality is fun. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I write that in. I write, hey, trick off.
Yeah,
2 hours, like,
right.
And I'm free for them 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna maximize that.
Okay.
But wait them 2 hours over. Yeah.
Get back to business.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Great time. We had a blast.
That makes sense.
Go.
Gotta schedule the trick on time, man. I like that, man.
You gotta schedule that. Because that way you can just be free and do it.
Yeah.
And not feel no kind of waste. This is my schedule.
Yeah.
This is my schedule to do this.
Yeah,
but that now, they my schedule to do this all night. Now. I don't know how long y'all gonna be here.
I gotta go. Yeah, I got to go though, for real.
I gotta go.
Quarter my schedule, man.
Right,
time up, Brian.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
And I had a blast while I was
right on, man. Yeah, but we schedule in now. Drinking time, man. All right, y'all. That's real though. Yeah, man. But yeah, I used to get that, man, and I think as I started to learn who I was, as a man, of how important time was, because I could see things happening to me, happening around me, and before I found myself, I would just sit back and be like, shit, man, if I would have just started this, or if I would have just started that, by now I would be whatever. And that's all in that time. That's all in that time. There's so many things that happened to me and people around me, and I was like, damn, by now I would be whatever. It don't matter what it is.
Right.
But that time was gonna go. That time ticked the whole time. That I didn't, stick to my guns on whatever it was that I was thinking about doing. Time came and went. So you absolutely right. You can't get that back, man.
You can't get it back. So you got to use it to the best of your ability.
I love it.
And use it from where you are. Some people are always waiting for that perfect time to do whatever it is. Right? Some people always say, well, as soon as I get my ducks in a row, I'm going to do this. I'm like, the ducks ain't going to never line up.
Man.
If you go now, or just stop saying you're going to do it.
Man. Come on now, Chuck, man. Why you telling on me, though, man? You know what I'm saying?
It's never going to line up.
Prime example. Just here. I was like, okay, I'm gonna, when I get through off the road, or when I get through, doing this, or when I get this, or when I get that, I'll crank it up. So what you just said is the absolute truth. Because when we started this, everything wasn't lined up. Folks, everything wasn't lined up when I crunked this off last week. So you absolutely right. You got to go when it's time to go. When it's time to jump, you got to jump.
And this thing though, once you make that decision, and you start doing it and moving that direction like it's gonna happen, you gotta line things up. You don't gotta figure everything out. God gonna put the right people in place.
Yes,
God gonna have the right people reach out to you. God gonna have you gonna bump into somebody, grow so you ain't. I've been meaning to. Man, I'm glad I bumped into you.
Man.
That's how you work it out. But until
it's
you
real,
make
universe
that
real, y'all. It's real.
Until you make that decision and solid on it, it's gonna always be fluttering around.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So just go and just know it will work out.
I like that.
It might not be easy, but it will work out.
Yeah, now that's real now. It ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? That's something I can vouch on, But why would you want it to be easy? You know what I'm saying?
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it.
If it was easy, everybody would do it.
You know what I'm saying? So go after your purpose, do what you're supposed to be doing. Because you're the only one that can do it.
And you built
in
for
that fashion. Yeah, you built for it. That's why you feel it. That's why you see it here.
You built for it. That's what
it's there for a reason.
He gave that vision to you, no one else.
Yes, sir.
So you got to go fulfill that.
So we'll probably get into this here culture corner and talk about what's going on for a second. Oh shit! Anyway, we good? All right. So we got what's this? August 6th, 7th, and 8th. There's an African American writers. I don't want to say convention, but if you Google African Americans convention in Atlanta, I believe it will come up and give you the details. There's a rooftop party. That's today happening. So yeah, pull up African American writers in Atlanta, Georgia. That's something that's not going to be probably found in a lot of places. But talk to somebody and they gave me that information. I want to make sure I give it to y'all. So Culture Corner is going to be what we do every show. You know, we're going to talk about what's going on in Atlanta. That might not be on the news, so you can find it. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure that, you know, if it's something that you guys might have going on, you know, out there that particular weekend, because we're gonna do this every Saturday. Shoot me the address, shoot me the information. I'll make sure I tell the people when we come on and do the show what's going on. People come out to your event, support your event, and that's what we're gonna do with Culture Corner. So I want to make sure I, you know, let everybody know that. You know anything that might be going on that somebody might be doing for, you know, that you know this weekend? You know, you can tell them, you know what I'm saying, put it on air, you know what I mean? But I want to make sure I let people know that.
Man, I can't think of that right now. It's not right in my calendar. This is what I wrote.
Right on.
I wrote this.
Right on. Yeah. I remember we talked. Yeah.
I wrote that. I said, maybe the calendar, we good.
Yeah.
I like it on here, we good.
Right on.
You know what I mean? So
okay.
I wasn't even looking around for anything else. I guess because I travel a lot, you know what I'm saying, and do a lot of trainings and things, I don't really get a lot of time to just sit back and chill.
Yeah.
So after this, it was just going to be kind of like whoever texted me first was going to get some text. Like,
absolutely.
You know what? I'm available. So,
yes, indeed.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
so I wasn't even trying to play that, but I like the whole concept because if we know, we can support each other.
Right on.
You know what I mean? So they can't tell you today about something today. They got to tell you, you know what I'm saying,
right
a week in advance.
Right on. So that's why I'm letting y'all know now.
Yeah.
Let me know if it's something that you have going on independently. I'll make sure I give it to the masses when we come on for our next show every Saturday.
That's love right there, too.
I want to make sure everybody know that. So, yeah, Google African American Writers here in Atlanta, Georgia convention. And if you want to party, I don't have the information for the hotel, but it is some kind of rooftop party going on. So hopefully, you know, you can find that information if you're a writer and go to the top, man, because the top is waiting on you.
You got to go network. You got to go meet people.
Yes, sir.
You got to go. Networking is real.
So, Mr. Hardon, man, anything you specifically want to get off your chest, you know, talk to the people about. I know you do a lot of speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's, you know, it's all here for you.
You know, and I guess just in the whole way of, because the thing I've learned probably over the last maybe 5 or 6 years, because, you know, I'm a grinder, right?
Right on.
And I like to speak in the form of like, I'm coming from a position of strength because I struggled a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
But I did that traditional way of what we were just told to do.
Yeah,
so go to school, get good grades, and go to college. You go to college, get more good grades, get that good job. And if you work that good job really hard, you grow wealthy and successful.
Yeah. That was the story.
That was the story.
It was, yeah.
Right? And I did that. You know, after graduating from Tri-Cities, I attended Clark Atlanta University. Got me a CAU. You know, find a way to make one, you know, and graduated and still found myself living check to check. And even some months living check behind the check.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was like, man, this can't be. Is this it?
Right.
Is this it? But since I'm a go-getter, I was like, okay, Chuck, look, don't complain. Just work harder, do more, earn more. But this is one thing I heard from a wealthy dude, the debate says. He said, you know, you got to realize the more you make, the more they take. So certain things in place systematically, just keeping a lot of people here down they don't even know about. So my mindset went from just grinding, hustling to make money to doing the right things with the money. How I keep the money that I'm making. You know, how do I keep that money? I'm grinding out here, but I'm dishing it out like I'm playing spades.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Talk to us.
So like, I need to figure out if I can keep this a little bit longer, then I'll be able to do some things with it to benefit me. You know what I mean? To put it to work for me and not just give it to everybody else. So that's kind of, you know, the whole mindset of what we teach, because I got to the point where, you know, you graduate, you might barely get a job to pay you 30, even though you owe 80. You know what I'm saying? It's still low, right? But you work hard enough, you'll get to 50. You keep working, you'll get to 70, 100, 110, 130. And even though I got up to that point, I'm like, why do I still feel broke?
Right.
Like this, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? On paper, we look good. What's going on? You know, so that was that whole mindset of where's all the money going? You do your taxes and figure out. I was like, okay, I never planned on making less. So how am I ever gonna get ahead?
Right.
Right. So I just had to get around the right people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Get around the right information. Because I would always teach people, you know what I'm saying, let me show you how to make 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me show you how to make 20,000 a month. Then we're gonna be set.
Yeah.
But like that don't necessarily help.
Mm.
Making more does not necessarily help if you can't take care of what you got.
Mm. Heavy.
Right?
Heavy.
And God, it's even saying, how do you expect God to bless you with more if you ain't taking care of what He already gave you?
That's real.
It's one of them.
Mathematically, that don't add up.
It don't add up.
Yeah, man.
You know, so that's what we teach is just to show you, okay, look, let me show you how taxes takes the first 1/3 of your income off the rip. Let me show you that. Because once you see that, you get a little upset.
Okay.
And it's not just the fact that you make money, it's how you make money in this country. It really determines how you pay taxes. Mm. Let me show you how debt then got you locked in, and they got us systematically trapped in this debt because they told us to take those student loans.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then once we get to school, the first thing you see pop up is a big credit card kiosk sitting out there.
Right.
You're 18 years old. You don't know no better. You
swipe time.
Right. It's time you don't give me how. I remember it was Discover that was on campus.
Damn.
It was Discover
on campus.
On campus.
Okay then.
And they come in and talk to a young man. You know, he needs just in case of emergency. You have, you know, a credit card. I'm like, I don't really need a credit. I was like, look, I don't got a job. So he's like, no, just apply. We'll see what they say. You know, it ain't gonna hurt if you to apply.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I applied. They gave me a hot $1,200.
Right on.
I said,
it was hot too, man.
It was hot back then.
Yeah.
Now, Q, you know what a young black man gonna do? From East Point, Georgia, and he get $1,200. He going straight to the mall.
Man, we go.
But now,
Walters.
What mall are we going to if we in East Point?
We
going to Greenbrier.
Straight Greenbrier. Once in the city, bow.
We going to Greenbrier Mall. Why let world put like up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's like, I made that choice. I made that decision. I know I ain't had no job. And Discover knew I ain't had no job. Then they discovered I wasn't going to pay that bill. Then they discovered I didn't live at the house they were sitting the bill to no more too.
Right on.
But once I got grown and graduated, I discovered that I couldn't buy my house until I fixed that. And this thing that got me, the credit limit was $1,250. I spent about $900 before I realized this is bad.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
By the time I got to buy my house or graduated from college, gonna buy my house like 4 years later, why they say I owed them $8,000?
From that same Discover
card? From the same Discover card. I'm like, hold on, dude. The limit was $1,200.
You ain't bullshit.
How in the world did I get up with the late fees, the no pays, the interest? How I get up to $8,000?
In 4 years.
I'm like, man, I graduated 5 years. I gotta be honest.
But you know,
I was on that 5-year program. You know, I was on the.
Right on,
like
man.
I told you,
hey, that's CAU though. You know what I'm saying?
I was on that 5-year program.
Yeah.
So I told my mom I just want to be sure I was getting all the information. They want to rush. I make sure I get all the information.
Right on, man.
So it was 5 years out.
Man.
But it was still like, okay, so this is the game they play. And then they said, we'll negotiate with you. Just pay us $6. Like, dude, I bought $1,000. I gotta pay you $6.
And they wasn't bending on nothing.
I wasn't bending on that no more. If I wanted to buy that house, which I was in position to buy, I had to pay that $6 first.
So that was holding you up.
That was it.
Damn.
I'm like, you know, so but that's part of the game. Debt kick in, and then we get caught up in it. And they use terms like good debt. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some good debt. Right. And I don't know, but the book I follow, they say the bar is slave to the lender. It didn't say the bar is slave to the lender except for good debt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a slave to nobody.
Yeah, for real.
Right? So to be in position to clear up the debt, because that takes the second half, 1/3 of the income right there. And then we get caught up with just how big business just market to us. I mean, marketing, advertising, it's always something funny that would make you spend money.
Hell yeah. You can't watch nothing without it telling you to buy this or buy that.
Buy this, buy that. This is a special day here. This is a special day there. And think about it, every month they give us something, right? Every month is something to spend some little additional money on. Right, so we're in August right now, right? So in August it's all about back to school, back to school, back to school, back to school sale, back to school discounts, back to school, back to school, back to school.
Yeah, then they're gonna hit you with the tax-free.
Tax-free day, tax-free day. You know what I'm saying? Go on, spend all you can because it's tax-free.
Yeah, like you really got that.
Right, you really gonna come up on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's in August though. In September we celebrate Labor Day. October we got Halloween.
Yes.
That's $1 billion industry.
Halloween, huh? You right.
Last year it was $3 billion spent on Halloween. Billion. on Halloween.
You think about it, they spend money, man. Costumes, candies, haunted houses,
whole industry.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, right. And then we get the November. We got Thanksgiving. Now I gotta be honest, that's my favorite holiday.
Okay.
Because it's really about being grateful and thankful for what you got.
Right on.
But think about what corporate America did. Corporate America created Black Friday. Mm-hmm. They created Cyber Monday.
Talk to the people.
Brown Thursday.
Talk to the people, man.
They'll Tech Tuesday.
Yeah.
Shoot, next year's gonna be what you want wins.
Yeah,
like, all
real.
week.
Yeah,
you just
every day.
Money.
Next thing you know, every day of the week is some kind of sale day.
Some kind of sale day.
And you didn't even realize you're spending money every goddamn day.
Right? In December we got Christmas. January New Year's. February got Valentine's Day. March we got spring break. April we got Easter, which is a religious holiday.
And they still transform.
And they still out. They got the Easter eggs, the candy, the Easter soup. None of that got to do with nothing.
Yeah, for real.
Right?
Yeah.
And then May we got Mother's Day. June we got Father's Day. July we got 4th of July. Then we right back in.
Yeah, circle start again.
It's every single month. So when you think you're not gonna spend a little extra, like I'm gonna say this month, something that don't include birthdays, anniversaries, graduations.
We didn't even talk about
right.
that.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
So again, it's a constant mindset of spending money, right? So people got to get that concept of you can't spend everything you make, right? You can't. And then we got inflation.
Yes.
That's the killer.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that you can't really see, but you feel it.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
We're going through hyperinflation.
Yeah, for real.
Right. So this high inflation where everybody know how the gas prices are kicked up, right? So inflation can hit you two ways, directly and indirectly. Right? When it hits you directly, it's when you go to the gas pump, and when it used to cost you $50 to fill up your tank, now you're at $88 to fill up your tank. Yeah. Same car.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
That's inflation. That's direct.
Yeah.
This is how it affects people indirectly. So let's just think of a guy that grows produce for the grocery stores.
Okay.
He got a tractor on his farm. He needs fuel to move his tractor. If our gas prices go up, so do his.
Yeah.
But now, as business owners, he doesn't eat that cost. He passes it on.
Yep.
He passed to the transportation companies because we got to get the food from the farm to the grocery store, right? Those truckers need fuel for their truck. If our gas price went up, so did theirs. As business owners, they don't eat that cost; they pass it on. Then they pass it on to Publix, to Kroger, Piggly Wiggly, wherever we go to. Piggly Wiggly in business to make money.
Yeah, man.
So they're not gonna eat that cost. They pass it on. And who they pass it to?
That's us.
Us. Right? So not only do we got to pay for our inflation, we got to pay for that inflation.
I sure feel it.
We sure feel it.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery store, you take $100. I could walk to the car with a buggy.
Yeah.
$100 right now, I'll leave with a few bags of money.
Got a little brown cart.
Right.
Shoot, man.
You don't even need. I don't even need no. I don't need help. I got this right here. Right.
Yeah.
So those are the four things that really takes the majority of our income. And once we get caught in the cycle, we feel like we're stuck. You know what I'm saying? We feel like, okay, this is just how life is now. I already got the debt. What I'm supposed to do?
Yeah.
Right? I already took out student loans. Even if you claim bankruptcy, student loans never go away. Ever. So somebody telling you that, they lying to you. Student loans never go away.
Free game over there.
Right. It never, I don't care if somebody trying to sell you some credit, it never goes away. It might disappear for a month, it's coming back. Right? Because it's the government.
Right on. So
we just got to have some solutions to get around that. And that's what my mentors were kind of telling me, like, look, it's not the fact that you don't make money, it's just how you make money. And that's why we always say that where, wealthy continue to get wealthy. It's not because they are wealthy, it's because they know how to shelter their money. And anybody can do it. It's just not taught through that traditional education system.
Yeah.
And I love my school. I love Clark Atlanta University. Yeah. I do. I don't miss no homecoming.
Right.
I'm there representing.
Yes, indeed.
But they did not have a course called Wealth 101. They did not have Financial Freedom 505. They have nothing about credit repair, nothing.
Yeah.
They taught us what we need to go get a job. It's great. And I'm always believing in entrepreneurship because it's true.
Yeah.
But they only had one entrepreneur course. The whole school is only one. And you had to be a senior to take it.
Oh, that was designed for real.
So it's like, they taught us how to sit in an interview, but they didn't teach me how to give an interview.
Right. Big difference.
Big difference. They taught me how to write a resume, but they didn't teach me how to review a resume.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not their fault, but that's the system that we all plugged into because we were told, go to school, get good grades, go to college, get a good job, so you can just go out there and pay your bills.
That's the blueprint.
That's the blueprint.
Yeah.
But that's all they knew.
Yeah.
But now that we know a little better,
should be able to do better.
We should be able to do a little better.
Yeah.
And we got to do it and not just tell it. Because our kids do what we do, not what we say.
Absolutely.
So if we ain't showing them, hey, this is how it really works, then they'll never listen to it. They'll be like, feel so good, what ain't you doing? You know what I'm saying?
So they're going off of that visual.
Right. They're going off of that visual. They're going to get to that attitude point like, feel so good, what ain't you doing?
Yeah, they is.
That's why I tell people, if you don't live your dreams, go out there and fight for your dreams. Your kids going to look back at you like, well, mama, you said you wanted to do this, but you ain't do it.
Yeah.
Then what you going to do? Just tell them to shut
right.
up.
Now you mad.
Now you mad. Shut up and sit down. Sit yourself.
Now you mad. So they didn't struck a nerve on you.
But they absolutely.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, that's real.
We got to show them. You know.
Yeah, man.
So that's the whole thing when it comes to the wealth process is we got to give them the knowledge again because they gave us what they knew. It took us here, right? But we got to take them here, right? Because nobody really. Let's even talk about like when we think about savings. My granddad was a great saver, you know, but he had a rule: 10% to God, 10% to savings.
Okay.
That was his number.
Okay.
My granddad was never rich. He was never broke.
Right on.
Right?
Okay.
He was never broke.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So he was never rich. He had a very modest lifestyle. He was never broke.
Right.
So it's kind of like, okay, so he had something going on there, but I got those two. It got to be a little bit more than that because I want to just be okay. You know what I mean? I want to have that legacy and not just leave a legacy. I just want to live a legacy.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And not just leave it, just work so hard that I give it to the kids.
And you ain't enjoy none of yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Because then you're going to get pissed off about it. Because you're going to see them acting the fool like, I know I ain't sacrificing.
That? Y'all gonna what?
Do this.
Yes, no, yeah.
No, I ain't do that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's real.
So we got to live that legacy for them and just do the financial education that they know. Right? So simple things I learned with cash flow and income. I thought it was the exact same thing. Right? Cash flow, income, you know, make money, get money coming in, it's all good. Right. You know? Now see, income is measured in dollars, how much you make. Cash flow is actually measured in time.
Okay.
Right? So for a good example, we might know a person that earns $1 million a year. We can agree that's a huge income. Okay. But if their expenses are $2 million a year, that means they only have 6 months of cash flow. Because they can only survive 6 months what they actually make. Right. But let's just say we know another person that earns, let's say, only $80,000 a year. But their expenses are $40,000. They got 2 years of cash flow. So instead of just trying to focus on make more money, more income, focus on increasing your cash flow. Okay. Because that's the lifestyle that's something you can easily regulate and monitor.
That's what's tangible, right?
That's what right. Okay. Because what most people do when they get a little bump and they increase a little bump and they pay, they instantly adjust their lifestyle to that.
That's the mistake.
That's the mistake. But we're not taught that. But we taught, girl, you a VP now. You better go buy you a Lexus. Right. Why? That's when yo was still running. Yeah. But because you're a VP now, you got to go buy you some. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, again, I got caught up in that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not but when I look back on like, I did do that. Yeah. I sure did. I got like 3-4 with you. Yeah, for real. I did do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say I didn't do it.
I mean, we are who we are now.
We are who we are. When I think about it, like, that was dumb. That was good. Why need 3 black? Yeah. That's stupid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know what I did, but you know,
you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, how long was it?
Yeah, boy. We go the next morning looking at the pocket like,
wait a minute now. I had the drops. I had to
checking the whip. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I couldn't have done that. How long was we out?
Checking in between the seats and the whip. Yeah, boy. Nah, that's gone.
That's gone.
Yeah.
We all got them stories.
That's real though.
But when you can sit back and recognize it, now you be like, okay, I know better. Yeah. I can do better. Yeah. What most people do is just close their eyes like, this is just what life is. And they get caught up then when inflation hit 9%, now you hit a hole. Yeah, man. Because if inflation at 9%, nobody at their job or nobody boss came to you and be like, you know what? I know gas prices jumped up, $1, says 9%. We're going to give you a little 9% raise.
Right. That ain't happening. But you're going to stay at that rate.
You're going to stay at that rate.
Yeah, man.
Right? So you take you go to the grocery store with the same 40,000 you had last year, and you like, it ain't stretching the same.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's so real. That grocery store real, man.
It ain't stretching the same. Yeah. But you still got to eat. You still got, you know what I'm saying? So if you know what's going on, if you know the game, you can play the game. Right? Because regardless of everybody watching, regardless of what you do for a living, your goals and your dreams, where you're from, whatever part of the country you're in right now. All that doesn't matter because we all have the same very one common objective. We all want to be successful financially. Regardless of what we do, that's why we do what we do.
I have to agree. I think
we want to be successful financially.
Yes.
Right? But in order to do that, one, we got to know what money game is being played. Two, we got to learn the rules to the game. And then three, we need a strategy on how you're going to win the game. Just like every other game.
Yeah.
You can't play spades and not have some kind of strategy.
Yeah, for real.
You can't play with me because I'm going to whoop you.
Yes, sir.
It's going to go down.
Yes, sir. Don't be sandbagging right here. You know what I'm saying?
You got to have a strategy when you play whatever game you play. Right? So the number one rule people got to learn about money, which I had to learn too, is money is a tool, not a goal. See, money's supposed to work for you just like every other tool.
Like a tool, yeah.
All the tools in the studio right now, that's a tool. It has to work. If it's not working, it has no value.
Yeah.
Right? If you got a hammer, you got to have a hammer, you can go to work. Now, again, the tool with the right person can do amazing things. So if you give a tool to a little kid, guess what? He can test some stuff up.
Yeah.
But if you give a hammer to a carpenter, he can build you a home. So you got to get the tool to the right person to put it to work. So what we do in our culture is that, man, I already know about all this stuff. I don't need no help. I don't need that. Really? You don't need no help. You just asked me for $30 yesterday.
Right.
You don't need no help.
Right.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Come off of that. Man.
Come off that.
Yeah.
Right. It's some humility that has to kick in.
Yeah.
If you're looking up and it's a check lifestyle.
Yes.
Some humility has to kick in at some point,
man.
which is very challenging.
Yes, it is.
Not just by our culture, but especially as
men.
It's men.
Yeah.
Right.
Black men. That's challenging as hell.
It's challenging.
Yeah, man.
You know.
Yeah.
So we got to be willing to help each other, live with each other. At least let them ask the question and not get attitude when somebody check you.
Yeah.
Not get a little upset when they call you out on it.
Yeah.
You know
it is what it is.
It is.
You know, you ain't financially ready, so let them tell you.
Let me go tell you. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you what the challenges are and not get an attitude about it. Like, hey, don't you? It's not the fact you don't make money, it's what you're doing with your money. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And my mentor would always have little stuff that he would say, and that would just kind of catch me off guard. I'm like, man, I can't, that's too expensive. He's like, oh, Chuck, it's not the fact it's expensive. It's really the fact you just can't afford it.
Okay.
And he turns his head, just looking for him like he ain't saying nothing. Like,
made a strong point on your ass, though.
Right, I'm sitting there looking over there like, I'm over there looking at him like, I'll push this thing. Right.
It's real though, yeah.
But it's real though. Sometimes you gotta have a little humility. Like, you absolutely right.
Okay.
Let me just, I take that.
Damn, dude, that's heavy though. That's heavy, man. I like that.
So when we start learning a little bit better, you know what I'm saying, or at least in the environment, someone can help us do it. It helps. All right. So what we teach in our, in our private groups and stuff like that, we teach things like understanding cash flow and income. Right. Right. We teach. Okay, let me show you your credit. Credit's important, right? You always say cash is king, and you got cash and you got credit. Cash kind of represents what you physically have. It's what you have, right? But then credit kind of represents who you are, because people gonna lend you credit based on who you are. Yeah, with that credit, with this little 580 right here, you sitting there trying to act hard, talking about I don't need no credit, I got cash. Really? Yeah, go buy a house with your cash. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we got to understand that all that kind of tie in together. And if we play the game right, you know what I'm saying? Not saying I know everything or even the people that we work with, but they know enough that we can start building out of the hole. Okay. That's what we got to start doing. That's what you want. That's when you start. You got to stop digging the hole. Yes, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because what we do, our mentality, especially men, our culture, and so it's like, I'm just going to earn more. Yeah, that's what we do. We say, you know what? I'm just gonna earn more. That's what we do. That was me. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna get my job. I'm gonna get my side hustle. I'm gonna drive Uber. I'm gonna get different avenues. Yeah. So if you're trying to fill up, let's say you got a tub, right? You want to fill the tub up with money. Well, let's just say make it simple. You want to fill the tub up with water. You can turn on one faucet, two faucets, 3, 4, 5, 6 different faucets. If there's a hole at the bottom of the tub, what's gonna happen to all the water? Yeah, it's gonna flow out. Yeah. Just automatically gonna flow out. So we gotta fix the hole first. All them avenues you got. All them avenues you got, you still got it flowing out. So we gotta fix the hole first before we start turning more hole. So we teach people, let me fix the hole. let me try to fix the hole. You gotta have some leakage gonna come out, but they don't got to be what's coming out. Right. You know what I mean?
And so that's where they gotta be humble, because you're gonna tell them you gotta stop doing this to make your hole so big. That's what make your hole so big.
Right. You know what I mean? And just the way we text in the country, the way we, It's systematic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you can decide to stay in one place or you can transition over. Right? So just so we can have straight numbers. If you got a job, right? Just work a W-2 job and that's all you got a good job, and nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You're taxed at the very highest tax bracket. Anywhere from 28% to about 33% is the average. Once you get over 80,000, over to 100,000, you're at the 35%, 37% tax bracket.
Okay.
That means, for easy math, let's just say 30%.
Yeah.
So if you make $100,000 a year, that means you're paying $33,000 in taxes. That's more than what most people make. Some people make.
Man. Yeah.
But that comes out before you get your check. Go look at your check. You don't see the gross amount, and you see the net amount. You get grossed out by the next, and it took so much you make.
Yeah. Every time. Yeah.
Right? Because I remember I forgot my first check. Boy, let me say it. I was so excited, man. I worked at Atlanta Zoo.
Okay.
I was jacked out. I was
Great Park, boy.
I worked at the Atlanta Zoo. I was a VIP.
Okay,
I wasn't in a business information person.
Yeah.
So I just told you what stuff was. The lines up there to the left.
Right.
Giraffes going down there, the show about to start. You know, $10 an hour. I work 40 hours. That's $400. I'm good at that.
Yeah.
Easy numbers.
Yeah.
So by the time I got that paycheck, I had about 138 reasons why I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I'm saying, look at my check like, hold on, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. I got a problem. Man, who is FICA?
Yeah.
I don't even know who FICA is.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like, who? I don't know no FICA.
Yeah.
Like, who are these people?
They're taking my bread, man.
You know that was my first experience with taxes. I was like, oh, they get it.
Yeah.
But I thought that's how it was because everybody else was paying. So that 33 to 35%, that's rough because if you make more, they're going to take more. Right? But that's if you make more from the job.
Okay.
Now, if you're an entrepreneur, if you own a business, you're taxed differently. Not because in that job situation, you work, you're taxed, and then you get to spend last. Yeah. So the government get their money before you do. Yeah. Right? Yeah. If you're an entrepreneur, it's different. Okay. You tax anywhere from 18% to 22%. So that's like a $10,000 difference. So that because in a business, you work, you spend, and then you pay taxes last. So they allow you to write off your expenses because our country was built on entrepreneurship. Yes. So even though the schools teach us to get a job, the country was designed and built on entrepreneurship.
So somebody ain't telling us the whole story.
They ain't telling us the whole story.
Right.
That's why we're born. If you're in this country, you're born a sole proprietor. Your social security number makes you a business.
Y'all heard him now.
The day you born, you're a business.
Yeah. Y'all heard him now.
But we program to go get a job. Nothing wrong with a job. I don't knock people that I got a job.
Yeah, right.
But I know the game. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So if they tax anywhere from 18% to 22%, that's like $20,000 if they make $100,000. And this way they're gonna get mad. This is why I got mad. If you are an investor, that means your money is making money. Yeah. At the very most, you're taxed at 15%. The most they're gonna tax you is 15%. So let's think about three different people, right? So we got us three in the room right now, right? So let's just say I got a job, make $100,000 a year. Okay. I got to pay $33,000 in taxes. Now, if you make over $100,000, you know you're working your ass off. Yeah. Right? You wake up at dark 30 in the morning, dark 30 at night. You going out to get it. Got to leave your family to make it happen. Yeah, man. Okay. Yeah. Let's just say you're an entrepreneur, right? You make $100,000 a year. You only have to pay $20,000 in taxes. So that's $13,000 less, just based on how he makes money. And let's say you're the investor. That means your money is making money. Okay. At the very most, you got to pay $15,000. All of us earned $100,000. I got to pay 33. You get to pay 20, and you get to pay 15. And you get to wake up at the crack of noon. Yeah. You get to have breakfast with your family. Right. You get to meditate in the morning. Money. You got your money out there doing this stuff. That's when I got pissed off. Yeah. I was like, man, that ain't fair. Yeah. Why this rich dude get to sit at home and only get to pay 15? I got to go hustling. I got to pay 33. Yeah. That ain't fair. Yeah. I was like, I was heated. I said, we got to vote. We got to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? Right then, that number clicked like, wait a minute, he get to pay $18,000 less in taxes just on how you make money. So I was all mad about it. My mentor said, well, Chuck, if you think about it, it really is fair. I said, well, how's that fair? He was like, because that's how you choose to make money. Anybody can invest, you just don't know how. Yeah. We learned that day though.
That was our decision. Whoever the decision
right.
was.
At that day, we was like open book. Okay, how do we start?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you need a certain amount to start. You need to make a decision to start.
Yes.
But if you never start, it never grows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what most people mess up. So like give me a little extra stuff and start investing. Now you need to take that little $10 you got right now. You need to go and invest that.
Yeah.
That little 130 is gonna go to when you're going out tonight. Is you're gonna spend on a bottle. Yeah, you need to invest that.
Yeah.
You need to start because you'll never start until you start.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so real, man. Yeah.
You never start until you start.
That's the hardest thing for us to do. Is start.
Because it's a little change and we hate.
Yeah, man. It's the change.
We like I like this lifestyle.
Get out their comfort zone.
I like this lifestyle that we have. Like I don't want to change nothing, but that little bit that you can start investing, it's not gonna change that much.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. It's don't go out to eat every other day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Don't get Starbucks every morning.
Right.
How you spending $10 on coffee, but you only investing $10 a day?
Yeah.
Like so, it's our mentality.
Yep.
That we gotta kind of flip around to change to understand that anybody can do it. You gotta start. But once I saw that, it became very simple. Okay, I'm gonna work my job. I'm gonna keep my job. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But I gotta have me a business.
Right.
Because my business allows me to even protect the money I'm making at my job.
Over here.
Because in our country, you don't have to be an employee or an entrepreneur. In our great country, you can do both.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the tax benefits of doing both. Mm. So you get to write off things that you normally not be able to write off. If you got a home-based business, you can write off a portion of your rent and mortgage. It's tax deductible.
Because I know there's a lot of y'all out there working from home. Y'all
you got
free game over here.
You got to be able to write. You can write off a portion of your light bill, water bill, gas bill, miles you drive in your car, even money you pay your kids can be tax deductible. The only thing the government requires that you do it the right way.
Yeah.
So you got to have somebody show you how to do it.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But and you got to track it. Right. So in our system, we got an app that we put on our phone to track all our expenses for us.
Okay.
Right. So to keep that concept very simple. Right. As an employee, you have bills.
Yeah.
But as a business owner, you have expenses.
Yeah.
Expenses tax deductible, bills not.
Right.
So you take those same bills and transition into expenses.
If you keep it that simple, you can't lose.
You can't lose. But nobody taught us that in school.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
Man. Yeah.
Nobody taught us that in school. I learned this about 2 years ago. I've been doing entrepreneurship for 10 years. I just learned this one about 2 years ago. You know, because in the IRS document, it stated that if you're at a restaurant having a meal and you just mention your business during the course of that meal, it's 100% tax deductible.
Know what I'm doing?
That's the food.
Every time we go somewhere, get off the chair.
Come on now, just 100%.
Just be saying that.
Just
shit.
say it.
Get off the chair.
You can just ask the waiter.
Get off the chest, water, please.
Yeah. Have you heard of get off the chest? Now, what's your name? Tune in whenever you get a chance.
All that.
Take your name, write the back of the receipt. Take a picture of the receipt. Bam. We good. We solid. That's all you need, right? So the food, the beverage, and the tip, all tax deductible. Let me give you the blessing, because that was a good thing for me. I love that. That was a good thing. That's not the blessing. This is the blessing right here, right? Because we can all agree that Coca-Cola is a beverage, yes?
Yeah.
Right? We can agree that sweet tea is a beverage.
Right on.
But we can also agree that Hennessy is a beverage.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
Absolutely.
We can use that tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, you saw what I'm like, now, boy. You talking that shit now, boy. Okay, I see where you're going. Yeah.
And it's the thing, wealthy people been doing it for years.
Yeah, man.
It's not new, it's just new to us.
Yeah.
But now that we know about it, we got to educate our community on how to do it. You know.
And it's crazy because, like, how you speaking now, I stumbled upon some information that wealthy people been doing for years, and we just starting to find out the life insurance.
Come on now. We got to talk about that one. That's a good one.
I said,
you got to.
We can save it for another, you know what I'm saying? But
we got to hit it because we can't take a chance with somebody listening.
Yeah. But that's what I'm going to say. Speak on it a little bit. You
just
know
to give just a little bit of
because
it's several ways to do it. But you got to have the right one, and people got to kind of educate you on how to do it.
Yeah.
So we got what's called like a private reserve account. It's kind of how we use it because you can use the money that you're putting into the life insurance. There's a way that you can still use that money even though it's still going in life insurance. Right. So almost like a 401k, right? That's what we talk, right? Once you got that good job,
you get the 401k.
Get the 401k. But this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with the 401k, right? Yeah. Especially if they match.
Yeah.
And if they match, you got to maximize that. If they match, right?
Right.
But it's still not going to be enough. One reason because is directly, they limit how much money you can put in first. And then 2, it's directly attached to the stock market. So when the stock market crashed a year ago, guess how many? Everybody's 401k.
Yeah, got shook.
It took a hit too. Went to a 911k.
Yeah.
Went to a 411k.
Yeah.
Like, where is it?
Yeah.
Right? And for the people that were at that age of retirement, it's sad, but now you cannot retire. Not because you did anything wrong. You fought the entire system. But because it happened this year, and we had a recession last year, had a recession last year, your 401k dropped. Now you don't have enough in there to stop working. You can't work, right? So the way the private reserve account works is similar because you're still investing to it every month, right? But the difference is because the stock market bounces up and down all day, every day. That's how it's designed. The difference with the private reserve account, when the stock market goes up, so does your money. When it drops, it just levels off. It doesn't drop. When it goes up, it grows again. When it drops, it levels off. So it puts you in a position where you never lose.
Right.
And it is a life insurance product, right? Second thing good with it is that your money is growing and it's growing tax-free. Remember, we just said, even if your money make money, you still tax 15%. In a private reserve account, you tax 15%. It's all yours. And then you have access to it before retirement age. With your 401k, with any Roth IRA, with any type of investments, you can't touch it till you like, I think, 65, 56. I can't remember the exact number, but it was like, I gotta wait that long? You know what I'm saying? But the private reserve account got access to it right now. So say, for example, if you let's just say 50,000 in a private reserve account, but you want to go buy your daughter a car. You don't have to go to the bank to get a loan. You can be your own bank. You can borrow out your private reserve account, negotiate your own terms for paying it back, and the money's still growing like it never left the account. It's called arbitrage.
I heard is you know no more than 8%.
It capped on how much it can grow, but it capped on how much it can fall.
Okay.
So it depends on which one it is. It's never just a set one.
Okay.
It's based on all the different, because it's an individual product.
I told y'all I was bringing that fire to y'all today. I told y'all.
It's an individual product. It's based on you as an individual, not based on this is all you can get. It's set differently. The ones that, I just give mine for mine, right? Because my thing was I wanted to retire at the age of 55.
Okay, then.
55, I want to be like, if I don't feel like I don't want to do nothing.
Boy.
You know what I mean? So I told him the exact number I need. He said, okay, well, let's go ahead and put something together for you. And he came back and said, you know what, Mr. Hardon, I'm going to need you to work till you're 57. I said, that's cool. I'm probably going to work anyway. I love what I do. Right? So I'm going to invest into my private reserve account until I'm 57 years old. After that day, I don't have to put in another dime. But from that point forward, I can withdraw out $5,800 every month until I'm 108 years old.
Sheesh. Free motherfucking game over here, okay?
And if I die before that, the money goes to my kids.
Everybody good either way around.
Either way around. So
I'm glad I spoke on that. I'm like, that. No, he know about it. Let me just.
It's part of the money game. You gotta put, and that again. That's why we got to get to the investing. Right? I had to have a business so I can write off my expenses. I had to have a business so the money I'm making I can protect under my home-based business. But I got to take that money and now invest it. So again, what most people do, they have a job, they get pretty good money, then they start a side business, start making pretty good money. Then they just a lifestyle to that business. Okay. That's the problem. No, you already got a lifestyle. You already eating. Take that money you're getting right now and just let it grow. Because my thing was, I didn't start until the job offered you the 401k when you're young. I'm like, dude, I need all my money just to pay my bills and go to the club. And go out or something.
Right.
So I didn't initially do the right thing. But at this point, how do I fix it? That's what people at right now. This is how you fix it. You got to stop digging the hole.
Gotta stop digging the hole.
You gotta stop digging the hole.
Yeah, boy.
So once you stop digging the hole, now you gotta start to climb your way out. But you just gotta hit the stop button like, that's enough.
Stop the flood.
Stop the flood.
Yeah.
Because back when we was growing up, there's a point that you could just be broke. When we like, I ain't got no money. I got less than $20 in my checking account, so I can't even go to the ATM to get the 19. Because I need to have a solid 20 just to get it. I can't even touch that.
The fee gonna hit you.
Right. So you know what? I'm done.
You
can go so far past broke. They'll let you put yourself in a hole so deep. With all the way creditors work. And the thing is, they don't want to drown you, but you barely keeping your head above water.
You
know what I mean?
Know it.
They know it.
Yeah, they
right.
know. Yeah.
And this thing too, even based on how much money you make, right? When you go get a loan, let's just say you want to buy a house. They're gonna ask you your name, the social security number, and how much money. You can say, man, I make $50,000 a year. They're like, okay, they write down 50,000. Guess what? You don't bring home 50,000.
Right.
You bring home 50,000 minus 33%, which is about 37,000.
Yeah.
But they give you the loan based on 50.
You can put yourself in hole right
already. But now you gotta go get a car.
Yeah.
Go get a car. They gotta say, what's your name? Social security number? Yeah. How much money you make?
You know it want to be nice looking to go with a nice looking house.
Right, man. I make 50,000, bro. I'm like, man, you make 50,000. Man,
yeah.
oh, you qualify for the loan. You good.
Yeah.
Now you need some furniture in the house. Right? You go to rooms to go, you know what I'm saying? All of them.
Yeah.
Happiness, all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about those companies. They realize it's more money in finance than it even is the product they sell.
Yeah, man.
Because you can go in and say, I got $500 in my pocket. I need to buy a couch. I got $500 in my pocket.
Yeah.
Right? You walk in, they say, what you looking for? I'm looking for a couch. They're going to say, cool. Let me show you this couch right here. It comes with the love seat, comes with end table. I said, no. I just need the couch.
Yeah.
They're like, no, but look how it look together. Then they're going to sell it to you. Just imagine this in your living room. Look how the lighting hit.
Yeah. They got that special lighting up too.
Yeah, right. Look how the lighting hit on it right there.
Yeah.
And you know what we'll do? Because it's you. We're going to throw in this 50-inch TV right here too.
Mm-hmm.
You
remember when they crunk that up?
Yeah, you know, that 50 inch on like $400, $300 now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna throw in this 50. You get the whole set. We're gonna throw in this TV.
Yep.
Right? You be like, dude, let me just be honest with you. I just got $500 in my pocket. Just gonna say, don't worry about it. I'm going over here and talk to my supervisor. Go talk finance.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can qualify for this.
Yeah.
Right? So you know what you make every month. This how they're gonna fool you with it. They're gonna say, well, okay, this how much you make. It's gonna be kind of tight. How much can you spend a month? How much? I was like, dude, I'm so tight, man. I might got an extra $100 a month I can put on these. Like, could you give me $125 a month? Like, y'all can do $125. You can take all that home. We're gonna deliver it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But not saying you're gonna pay $125 for the next 10 years.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right? They like to pay $125 for a year.
Yeah.
So no, you gonna pay $125 for the next 10
indeed.
years. The TV gonna be broke. The couch gonna be gone.
Yeah.
And you still paying for that same thing that you said because you had to have it right there.
At that moment. Yeah.
Right? But people rather look rich than to get rich.
Yes.
We got to change that.
Yes.
We live in the land of the phony, fake, and false, and Instagram and all that
stuff.
It's killing
man.
us.
Yeah,
well,
they still doing it.
Still doing it. They want to stand next to somebody else. Take my picture real quick.
Yeah, man.
My picture real quick.
It got that bad.
No, you ain't that. You know it ain't your car.
It got that bad, man.
You know it ain't your car.
Man.
But you gonna stand there and lean on somebody else's car.
Take my
picture real quick. Take my picture. Hold on, give me two pictures. Give me a look away.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. But that's what they're doing, though.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right? And it's sad, but again, once you see that image, that's the kind of thing that, think about this. You ain't never seen Bill Gates stand in front of no Lamborghini.
No.
You ain't never seen Warren Buffett stand in front of no Bugatti.
Yeah, nothing expensive. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These are richest people in the world.
Yeah, man.
You ain't never seen that. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having those things, but you got to acquire them the right way.
Yes.
So we taking our seed money and spending it.
Yes.
Instead of taking the seed money to invest it so it grows, you spend what you grow, not what you make.
Yeah.
We weren't taught
that.
Yeah. So we got to pull all that back. We got to pull all this back.
Yeah, man.
And say, okay, this is where we at.
And that's what take a lot.
That's what take a lot. To be able to be at that point to say, okay, this all I can spend. Right? Even how much I'm like, this all I got to spend right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, we can't do nope. It's okay. That money spent. Well, you got it. Honestly, I do. But it's allocated.
Right.
That money allocated.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we got to teach our kids that. Oh, yeah, we got it.
We got to start over, man.
But that's it.
Yeah, we got to start over and get them all the way right.
Get them all the way right. Get the money game, the mentality of it, to build it up right. So now we have a little better footing to stand on. And people say I always talk about money, but you got to understand, money ain't everything. But let's think about it. What determines the kind of clothes you buy? Money.
Yeah.
What determines the kind of food you eat? Is money.
Yeah.
It's a big difference between Burger King and Houston's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man.
What determines the kind of education our kids can get? Money.
Yeah.
So money ain't everything, but it's right up there next to oxygen.
It do.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
You gotta have it. And for people to just say, you know, all you talk about is money, because I was broke before.
Yeah, man.
And not understand it, I'm trying to show you, it ain't my hustle, it's my It's the mindset I got. Of course, I do grind and hustle.
Yeah.
But it's a mindset of doing the right things with it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's changed.
Yeah. I truly believe that.
So if we change that, and especially in our, because then once we do that, now we can have collective investing. Mm-hmm. Well, as a community, we can invest.
We can go from here to there to there.
Because every other community do it.
Yes, man.
Every other community work.
They follow that same blueprint.
You're not coming to no Mexican neighborhood doing no kind of work.
Yeah.
Doing no kind of business. You know what I'm saying? But they stick together.
Yeah.
You can't go into an Asian community. It's just us.
Yeah.
And
the way we the biggest consumers on planet Earth.
And we give our money away so quick.
Nothing happens if we don't spend money on it.
That's what they give to us during the stimulus.
Yeah.
Right? They gave us a stimulus.
Well, they knew that they were coming right back in the rebound.
That
boomerang.
It was $600 on the stimulus for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Man, my boy sent me a picture of Walmart flat screens. It was straight down, $5.95.
They knew that.
They knew the exact amount.
They knew that.
Man, I was like, I went to Walmart. I said, man, if I see one more of y'all trying to get a 50-inch in a Corolla, it don't fit.
Yeah, man.
It
and
don't
they knew that.
fit.
And they knew that, and they did it.
And
we sat up right there and did it.
Played right up there and did it. Right? That was not spent. That was the seed money.
Yeah.
You take that money. Okay, what can I start? What kind of business can I start?
Yeah.
What can I put this to grow? But we too busy on the spending.
That's
side.
exactly what that was. That was seed money.
That was seed money. Everybody need a little help. Of course, now you use that. That's the seed, not the fruit.
Yeah.
Your job is the seed, not the fruit. But we were taught, get a job so you can pay your bills, not get a job so you can build your wealth.
Yeah.
Different conversation.
Totally different, dog.
Totally different conversation. So now we're just giving different conversations, educating a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Like, man, once we learn this, it's a way that everybody can systematically come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Without having to feel like, okay, I'm just gonna eat ramen noodles and you know what I'm saying? Nobody gonna be disciplined.
You're just gonna settle for that.
But you gotta start coming out of it. Because what we don't want to do, and it's gonna hurt people's feelings, is be a burden to your kids. Right? No one plans to do that.
Yeah.
No one plans to say, look, I'm gonna work all my life and then my kids gonna have to help me pay my bills.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where there will be a point in time in life that you will not be able to earn income. But there will never be a point that you don't need income.
Yes.
Right?
Huge points. Boy.
So when we say you shouldn't work for money, you should have money working for you. That's true, because at that point where you cannot physically go do it anymore, you still gonna need that, want to maintain that lifestyle. It should not come from the even though your kids want to give you everything because you gave them everything. But it's like, okay, I gotta pay my bills. Okay, now I got kids too, so I gotta take care of them and take care of y'all.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a little challenging right now.
Yeah.
But because we were taught that mentality, we checked the check and we was only taught to save 10%, and we think Social Security is supposed to take care of us. Now that stuff, Social Security might even be around.
It ain't gonna be around.
Like for real.
Social Security is being spent on Afghanistan. That's what people don't realize.
Right.
That was Afghanistan. That was our money right there.
It's in the wind.
Yes, indeed.
So we don't know that.
Please don't depend on Social Security, y'all. Okay. That's not gonna be there.
It's not gonna be there.
Not for us.
It's not gonna be, and they keep pushing the age up that you can even qualify for.
That's the game too.
They keep pushing. It was 62, then it was 65, then 68, it's like 72 now. You know, the average black man don't live to be 65.
Right, man.
So they expect us to die before we can start.
That's the mission for them. Keep that money.
We got to know the game.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So now that we know the game, at least we paying attention to it. Right? We got to do a few things differently to help. My bad. That's me.
No, do your thing, man.
No, sorry. And it's going to keep moving. Bam.
About to see you talking good. Yeah, boy.
Say don't tell them. Don't tell them all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to be at the point where we can now say, look, we got a way of getting out of this, right? We got to start from point one. Let's minimize the taxes, because there's a way to do that legally.
Okay.
Let's minimize the taxes. Let's minimize your debt, and let's minimize the expenses we got going out. Because when we minimize those things, that cash will go up immediately. So think about yourself as a business, or like a business. When a corporation needs to show a profit, it doesn't try to sell more stuff. It stops spending as much. So it starts to minimize what they got going out.
Okay.
That increases profit the next day.
Immediately.
Right? And I'm a business consultant, so I can see it when a company say, okay, we're going to have to fire about 30 people today because we got to show a profit. In order for us to do that, we got about 30 salaries that need to go away, because that's the biggest part of any company's expenses is payroll. So what we can do is we can fire 30 people, and our revenue just jumped up another $1 million. So now the stockholders are okay with it. They good. Because we showing a profit.
Yeah.
Right? I know
they don't care. Just show the profit. Don't care how you do it.
Right? And you can be mad about that. Like, that's so unfair. I'm like, that's the game. Now, you wouldn't be mad if you was a stockholder, though. No.
You wouldn't be mad. What you got to do.
Say what you got to do.
Yeah.
So, obviously, be a stockholder. Anybody can do it.
Right.
Go to Vanguard, open up an account. You don't need thousands of dollars to do it. You can get an ETF like $300. You got to start. You know what I'm saying?
Free game again.
It's just start.
Yeah.
Now you think about it differently. So we just have to be confident in that we're doing the right thing. It'll show up in a minute, and we're just gonna keep teaching, keep learning. That's why I've been on my page, just giving out
man.
Right here.
Yeah.
You gotta jump on my webinar. I'm doing a webinar tonight at 7 o'clock. Jump on that webinar. Let me show you how this whole process can work.
That's what's up.
So we just keep giving the info, keep letting them out, and of course that home-based business helps. Because when you do have additional income, you can now say, I'm gonna allocate every dime from this because I'm already living off my salary. I got an extra $200, $600, $1,000 coming in from my business. I'm gonna put that over here.
So we just gotta be disciplined on living off the salary.
Living off the salary instead of boosting up to that point.
Don't go get the Lexus.
Don't get the Lexus. Yeah. You already got a car. I know the AC ain't going like it used to. Right.
AutoZone got that little charge. Your spray, charge it up.
Charge it up, man. You know what I'm saying?
But stay on your grind.
Stay on the grind. Ride that car till the wheels fall off. Ain't nobody, we too grown to be judging.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
We too grown to be judging now.
Yeah. We done did that shit back in the day, yeah.
Right, shoot, man. Look here, man. We done did it. We done spent it. We done lived it. You know, and if we would have done it earlier, it would have been better, but we didn't. So we're getting that. Right? We can tell the ones 10 years behind us, don't do what I did.
Absolutely.
Don't do what I did. If you do this way, you be retired at 45 instead of, you know what I'm saying, looking for that second job.
Yeah.
So we can teach them. But they go, just like our kids, you might have to bump your own head.
Yeah.
You might listen.
Yeah.
But you might have to bump your own head to see. But at least we tried.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least we try to give them the information.
And that's all it is, then. That's all we got to do.
That's all we got to do is share it with them, let them make their own choice.
My man.
But what we do just makes sense.
Yeah. Tell the people what your page and everything where they can find you, man.
Oh, man. Okay, so I'm on Facebook. You guys look me up on Facebook. First name is Chuck. Last name is Hardon. That's Hardon. It's only one of me. That last name is very unique.
Right on. Yeah, boy.
Right? On Instagram, I'm Hollywood Hardon. All one word. I don't know why they call me Hollywood. So I'm very shy and reserved. I don't know where they get that from.
Right on.
You know, I just go with it. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood Hardon. I think I'm Hollywood Hardon on TikTok too. I'm just getting on TikTok, but those trying to put me on game.
My daughter did the same thing.
You do too many videos not to be on TikTok, Daddy. You get your follow. I was like, well, show me the game, man. Like I said, I'm open to learn. I'm always looking to learn from people. And they know that stuff.
They do. Same here, man. Same here.
They be on that. But yeah, definitely follow me, man. Hit me up. Instagram. You guys want to come be part of our special inner circle, because that's what we do. Anybody want to get in the inner circle, because again, it's hard to do it when you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard
especially
to say
this stuff.
Right, especially this
stuff right here.
It's real hard to do it by yourself. Just like if you're trying to lose weight. You can't keep going to lunch with the same people been going to lunch with for the last 3 years.
A lot of things got to change.
Some things, unless they're on that exact same journey, some things got to change. And it don't mean you no harm.
Yeah.
That just they ain't on the mission.
And that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Everybody can't make it.
Everybody can't make it.
We talked about that last week.
Everybody can't make it. My mentor told me this. She said, look, Chuck, if you can't bring your friends up with them, for God's sake, don't let them hold you down.
That's heavy.
Sometimes you got a drowning man can't save a drowning man.
Yeah.
You got to save yourself first. Then you can go back and show them what you did. Not even go back to get them. Show them what you did as an example to say, let me tell you why I started.
Yeah.
Step one.
But that's what they tell you on the plane.
Yeah.
Put your mask on.
Put your mask on first.
Just saying, y'all. I ain't making the rules. I'm just telling you what's going on, man.
Tell you what they say. Put your mask on first. Yeah. So that's what we're doing, man. We're saving lives and just putting people in a better financial place. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your culture, your race. The money game we fight all the same. No matter what your religion is, none of it. We all in that same money game.
Yeah, that's real.
So we have no quarrel with anybody.
Yeah. We
just all moving in the same place.
Okay, then.
That's it.
Well, let me thank the one and only Mr. Chuck Hardon for coming through, man. I appreciate you, my guy.
You, man.
Yeah, man.
It's fun. I like it.
We're gonna do this again, man. I'm gonna ask him to come through, you know what I'm saying, every now and then, drop some jewels. I hope y'all paid attention today, man, because he dropped some jewels, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna edit the thing and put it back, you know, on the site, so that way if you missed something, you can go back and check out what he said, because he gave us some good knowledge today. So I want to thank the brother for coming in, man.
Appreciate you having me, bro.
So we're gonna wrap this up. Do this again, same time next week, live at 5 next Saturday. I'll let y'all know who the guest is then, and we're gonna enjoy life, and we're gonna get it off our chest. Peace. See y'all next week, man.
There it is.